sometimes referred to as chronic myeloid leukemia. This is a cancer that affects the blood cells in the bone marrow. Like other cancers, CML is created by a genetic mutation. The genetic mutation occurs in the myeloid cells. The myeloid cells are important to the human body because they make the red blood cells, the platelets, and most types of white blood cells. This mutation creates a gene called BCR-ABL, which turns the cells into CML cells. When the leukemia cells grow and divide, they create more, which can later spread to other parts of the body. This is a slow-moving cancer that goes through three main phases: chronic, accelerated, and blast. 20% of adults with leukemia are affected by chronic myelogenous leukemia. Most CML cases are diagnosed in the chronic phase, which is usually treated by daily oral drug therapy.
Chronic myelogenous leukemia is closely associated with the TGF-beta superfamily Lagic. Typically, the TGF-beta binds with the TGF-beta type 2 receptor, which is a serine receptor kinase. The binding between the TGF-beta and the TGF-beta type 2 receptor creates a TGF-beta signaling pathway. However, TGF-beta is known as the transforming growth factor. Ultimately, chronic myelogenous leukemia creates the BCR and ABL genes due to the breaking and attachment between chromosome 22 and chromosome 9. These two genes work as mediated intracellular signaling genes. They either increase connectivity activity or decrease tumor suppressor activity. With the decrease of a suppressor or regulator for the TGF-beta, white blood cells are created in mass amounts while becoming relatively mature, but still abnormal white blood cells. This means that the body is creating larger amounts of cells that are functionless, which only prevents other cells from functioning properly. Being chronic means that the process will occur slowly throughout the body, but CML is an odd cancer. It also has the potential to respond and spread quickly.
Figure 1 shows the description that Juan previously said with the two different chromosomes and how BCR affects the shapes. Figure 2 shows the difference between normal blood and blood with leukemia. As you can see, with normal blood, there are numerous amount of erythrocytes, whereas in leukemia blood, monocytes are consuming the erythrocytes.
The correct mechanism of chronic myeloid leukemia is dependent of two things: genetics and epigenetic mechanisms. The main cause of chronic myeloid leukemia is in the pathogenesis of CML and in the resistance of tumor cells to tyrosine kinase inhibitors, allowing the leukemia to clone and to escape and propagate. In healthy cases, the tyrosine kinase inhibitors would keep the genetics suppressed or unable to duplicate when found in the cells. In faulty chronic leukemia, it is involving the Philadelphia chromosome and its reciprocal translocation, followed by breaking of the long arms of chromosome 9 from the ABL gene and the long arms of the chromosome 22 in the breakpoint cluster region. When combined, the BCR and ABL products translate a chimeric protein with strong and constitutive tyrosine kinase activity that phosphorylates target proteins that allow for the expansion of the leukemia and the accumulation of cells, creating a tumor.
Figure 3 shows the process of chronic myelogenous leukemia. Current treatments of CML. Stem cell transplantation is the only treatment that provides a potential cure for CML. A patient receives high doses of chemotherapy to destroy the bone marrow along the leukemia cells in the body and suppresses the immune system. This is followed by an infusion of healthy blood-forming stem cells donated by another person who has a nearly identical tissue type. Target therapy is drugs to identify and attack the cancer cells without hurting the normal cells. These drugs, called tyrosine kinase inhibitors, target the cancer cells in CML and may be used as the first treatment for patients with an early phase. Bone marrow transplant can be an option for some people whose CML advances or if medicine have failed. To be eligible for the transplant, you need a well-matched donor, ideally a close relative like your brother or sister. Because the risk associated with bone marrow transplants increase the age, this procedure is usually recommended for younger patients who have already tried various other treatments.